Right, thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Pete Graves, obviously Gala Events host, and as you can see, more importantly, joining me is England opening batsman Dom Sibley. Dom, absolutely brilliant to see you. I guess the first question is, how are you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Obviously, it's a bit of a strange situation for us all, but staying fit and healthy, which is the main thing. And just nice to be back home after a long winter.
Yeah, where are you at the minute then, Dom? You staying in your flat, or who are you with?
I'm actually back down in Surrey with my family at the minute, which is nice. So, spending a bit of time with them and getting spoiled by my mum a little bit, which is always nice. And now, as soon as we get the go ahead to go and back training, which is obviously hopefully going to be at some stage, I'll be back up to Birmingham and raring to go.
Yeah, of course, get back training with Warwickshire, and it must be
Yeah.
so difficult for professional sports people like yourself are so used to training day in, day out, and all of a sudden you're stuck in the house back with your mum and dad. It'd be like being a kid again, I suppose. What are you doing to stay fit?
Mate, loads of things. There's no shortage of stuff that's been sent through of what we've got to do in terms of sessions and runs. So just trying to tick off a few of them and avoiding a few Easter chocolates as well.
I suppose, yeah. I guess all the players are in the same boat. They don't want to come back after isolation and all be massively out of shape.
Yeah. It looked pretty bad, I reckon, if you rock up and hit the size of a balloon.
That's why I'm so pleased I'm not a professional sportsman, I have to say. So talking about the England team, obviously you've broken into the side, you're opening the batting. It's been great. You were meant to be going off to Sri Lanka for the tour, but that obviously sadly had to be cancelled because of this. How are you getting on with the lads in the England team? Who are you closest to?
No, the lads have been brilliant. I must say they've sort of really been really welcoming, especially the senior guys, and I've been very lucky in the fact that I've had guys who I played at Surrey and Warwickshire with. So I'm very close with guys like Sam Curran, Rory Burns, Ollie Pope, and obviously Chris Folkes from Warwickshire. So honestly, it's a great dressing room to go into, and the lads couldn't have been better.
That's great to hear. I mean, I couldn't let you go, Dom, without talking about the tour to South Africa and, of course, that magnificent century in Cape Town. I mean, what a great start you've had for England. I think you're averaging over 40, but talk us through that century. It was 133, wasn't it, you made? What are your memories?
Oh, yeah. No, obviously, it's a pretty cool ground, and I was thinking, actually, I need a score here, so I was a bit relieved that I did. But, obviously, the situation of the game sort of, was there sort of, for me to go out and just bat and try and sort of take a bit of time out of the game and keep building on our lead. And luckily sort of it came off well. And just a relief to get to the three figures, to be honest, mate.
What was that feeling like when you knew you'd made it to 100? And how nervy were you when you were in the 90s?
I was nervous, yeah. Well, the fourth morning when I was on 85, Stokesy was whacking it around everywhere. So I was sort of like scratching around at the other end, and it was a bit interesting because he was making it look so easy, and I was making it look a bit more difficult. But I was very nervous, to be honest, and to see the ball sort of whistle away off the bat on 99 was a massive that sort of relief.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, it was a great moment for all cricketing fans back in England as well. Of course, the travelling Barmy Army, I'm sure, who celebrated wildly with that. I mean, how have you found the step up from the county game, where, of course, you were so successful, to playing for your country?
I think, obviously the intensity of the international sort of the games, in the fact that you got all the media there the whole time, and there's always an eye on you. There's so much scrutiny, especially for a new guy coming in, and I have a bit of a different technique, so that took me by surprise. Although I'd been told that was going to happen, it did take me by surprise that within sort of 2 or 3 innings you were getting depicted and written off and stuff. So, but in terms of the standard, obviously it's you're playing against the best in the world, so it's tough. But I've faced these guys in small doses in county cricket, so that I think that stood me in good stead, and hopefully I can continue to do all right.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, you were obviously meant to be going to Sri Lanka, which would have been very different to playing in South Africa. How would your preparation change, playing somewhere like South Africa, where I guess the pitches sort of favour the quicker bowlers, and then you're due to go to Sri Lanka, where it's all about facing spin. Does your preparation change a lot?
Yeah, definitely. I think, we were in Sri Lanka for maybe 10 days before we flew back, and it's so different, the nets, from what they were in South Africa. We had so many spinners coming to bowl, and it was very spin orientated, and obviously the wickets are different, and like the heat was like nothing I'd ever played cricket in before. I didn't think the heat would be quite like that. So obviously the preparation was sort of so much different to South Africa, but like everything, you got to adapt quickly in sport and try and sort of make the best. Obviously, didn't get a chance to, but hopefully in the future I will do.
Yeah, of course. Look, before I let you go, Dom, obviously you're an ambassador for Gala Events, as am I. We've got a big event coming up. It's supposed to be the 8th of July, which was the long room lunch with yourself, Joss Butler, and Michael Vaughan as well. Fantastic lineup. Obviously, 8th of July is in a bit of jeopardy now with everything that's going on. But if it's not that date, we'll get a new date to everyone who's coming along to the event. But how much are you looking forward to that, and sort of how special a place is Lords and the long room?
Yeah, I can't wait. Obviously, I've been to one Gala event before I went away for the winter, and that was great fun. And obviously, Lords is an amazing place, and the long room is, so much history in there. And hopefully, obviously, it depends on the how this sort of virus stuff goes. But hopefully, we'll be in there at some stage and having a great evening.
I think it'll be a good night with you and Vaughnie and Joss Butler as well. Plenty of laughs to be had, I think.
Yeah, I might have to take a back seat with them too, to be honest. But no, I'm sure it'll be good fun for sure.
Okay, Dom, look, thanks so much for coming on. And whenever we do get that date on, hopefully the 8th of July, if not some date in the near future. But most importantly, look after yourself. Stay safe.
Cheers, mate. You too.